start with the basics, like how investment banking started. So maybe in India, you know that investment banking is very trending term, right? People know about investment banking now from last 10 to 20 years, but they have started very well before in 19th century from a USA part. So initially what they were doing for a government part, like government wants to issue a bond, they want to raise money. So that time investment bankers was helping the governments of different countries to issue a bond, to raise the capital and to grow their economy and all. So from there we have started, but in India, it's trending now. Last 20 years, we have seen a lot of deals are happening in IPs. Lot of startups are coming. Startup cultures are increasing in India, right? Any of the startup you can name who raised the funding? Any of the startup you know in India who are still raising the funding?
So Byju's.
Investment banking.
Byju's, yes, correct.
Read.
Physics wala.
Like
Oya.
Physics.
Oya rooms.
Oyo rooms.
Oyo rooms, yes. These all startups, you take the Oyo rooms name, the physics wala, they have recently raised a funding of $100 million. Okay, there are many startups. Ola is there, Uber is there, then Swiggy, Zomatos are there, Meesho is there, yes, Udan is there. So there are a lot of things, lot of startup in last 10 to 20 years, they are raising tremendous amount of money through venture capitalists, through private equity. I mean, so I'll basically explain you who are the investment bankers. So investment bankers are the mediators. Okay. So we people are the mediators, the company who wants to raise funds and the person or corporates who wants to invest the funds. So we work as a bridge over there. We collect both of the things, who needs funding and who wants to give the funding. So that's the space where the investment bankers actually works to fill up that gap, right? Why people go through this path? I mean, why people need an investment banker to raise funding and all? The thing is the trust, because you know there is one person who are helping you out to execute the transaction. They will do each and everything on behalf of you, to prepare the teaser, to prepare the due diligence, to prepare the term sheets, to raise the funding, to negotiation part, each and everything, they will do that. That's where an investment bankers work actually. The primary duty is to raise the fund, for a corporate, to raise the fund for a startup, to raise the fund for a company who is at maturity stage in any of the form. Okay. So before going to investment banking, I have few terms in my mind. Like we heard about investment banking, right? There are few similar banks like commercial banking. I hope you all have heard about commercial banking. What is commercial banking? What are commercial bankings? Which are commercial banks we are having in India? Anyone can give the names? SBI, yes, SBI is purely a commercial bank. What commercial bank does? What is the main duties of commercial bank? Savings and loans, right? So there is a term commercial banking. Commercial banking क्या करता है? They use deposits and give loans to the person who needs it. So commercial bank, you have ICICI, you have HDFC, you have Kotak. These all are commercial bank. What is the main duty of these banks? कि मेरे को एक customer से पैसा लेना है in terms of deposit, and I have to give the person who needs it in terms of loans, right? So these are the main duties of commercial banking. While investment banking's main duty is to raise the capital. We don't accept any of the deposit and we don't give loans to the person who needs it. As I mentioned you, we are just bridging the gap where the person wants to give the loan and the person or a company who needs the loan. So we are just filling up that gap. Now, one more term is there. You all have heard about JP Morgan, Leverage Bank of America. Can somebody tell me which banking it comes to? Investment banking or commercial banking or any other form? Okay, investment banking. Any other? IB. Okay, apart from IB. Okay, I'll explain you. There is one another term which we call it as universal banking. Okay, so universal banks are those banks who performs as a commercial bank and investment banking as well. मेरे को दोनों काम एक साथ करना है, मेरे पास दोनों डिपार्टमेंट है. JP Morgan is a universal bank. They give service to wealth customers also in terms of investment banks, investment, wealth management, and all these things. And they act as an investment bankers also. They do transactions on behalf of startup, on behalf of corporate to raise IPO, to raise bond money and all. Bank of America also, yes. Bank of America is also there. So purely investment banks, you can take the name. I think Morgan Stanley is there. They are purely investment bank, pure investment bank. Okay. So these are three terms which works. I mean, we should know about the difference of these three. Commercial bank क्या करता है, universal bank क्या करता है, and investment banks what they do. So these are the three terms. Now, if I go forward, अभी मेरे को investment banking में जाना है. Now I am looking कि मेरे को investment banking में what are the terms, what are the things are going on in investment banking. So investment banking broadly divides into four parts. There are four categories in which the person can work on. Okay, so first category we call it as capital market. Now what is the capital market? Capital market again classified into two parts. So first you can say equity capital market. अब equity capital market में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We raise the funds to for an IPO, right? कंपनी को IPO लेके आना है. We are helping companies to raise money to come for an IPO. IPO under equity capital market. कंपनी को IPO लेके आना है, कंपनी को पैसा रेज करना है थ्रू IPO. So investment banker will help the company to raise an IPO. That comes under equity capital market. Now if I'll go further, IPO has a specific process, right? कि मेरे को IPO लेके आना. I hope you all know about IPO. What is IPO? Anybody can tell me IPO full form?
Initial public offering.
Initial public offering.
Initial
Anybody
public offering when
Right.
first time company raises funds through the share market.
Right.
They also
So
decide.
initial public offering, it comes under equity capital market. That's the first part of investment banking. मेरे को पैसा रेज करना है through IPO. There is one another term of SEO, season equity offering. IPO में I am coming first time to the market or I am going to be list my company the first time. जब मैं SEO कर रहा हूँ, I mean investment bankers and companies helping them to raise SEO. SEO is season in equity offering. इसमें company already listed है, but still they need the funding. That will comes under SEO. ठीक है?
FPO follow
Public. Sorry.
follow public offering. That's it.
That is FPO.
Yes, sir. Follow on public offering.
Follow on public offering, that public will participate in that FPO. SEO public will not participate.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Only institutional investor will be there who will participate. So SEO and FPO are two different terms. Like IPO and the FPO is same, right? In both of the terms, public are participating. But in SEO, seasoned equity offering, public will not participate. Right? So this comes under equity capital market. So we decide कि company को कैसे fund raise करना है. Company first time IPO लेके आ रही है, उसको वैसे fund raise करना है और company IPO लेके आ चुकी है, already listed है market में, and then they need the additional funding, right? Then we comes to the debt capital market. That's a part of capital market only. यहाँ पे what we are doing, the company is raising funds through bonds, right? Company bond issue कर रही है, वहां से fund raise कर रही है. अभी this process is little easy through equity capital market, क्योंकि जब आप IPO लेके आ रहे हो, you have to go through a lot of things, right? आपको company evaluation, due diligence, price structuring, each and everything you have to do. But bond में क्या करना है? Company is already having the ratings, हमारे पास रेटिंग एजेंसीज है, क्रिसिल है, राइट, इक्रा है, दे आर गिविंग रेटिंग टू द कंपनीज ऑन पैरामीटर्स, स्पेसिफिक पैरामीटर. सो वी आर रेजिंग कि हाँ भी कंपनी का रेटिंग कितना है, कितना फंड रेज करना है कंपनी को, व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल एलिजिबिलिटी ऑफ द कंपनीज according to their financials or promoters or any management, what we are looking at the parameters, right? So that comes under equity capital market. तो कंपनी यहाँ पे दो तरीके से फंड रेज कर रही है, either IPO और bond offering. अभी one more thing is also there, syndication, loan syndication. I think you all have heard about this term, loan syndication. मैंने लोन लिया है, now I am unable to pay it. ठीक है, और लोन सिंडिकेशन में I need 1000 CR of money. Only one bank will not give me that money, right? There will be a syndication of 7 banks or 8 banks or 9 banks or 10 banks or these much of institution who will give this amount of money to the company to raise the capital for further scale up. So these are the things who comes under equity capital market, and this is the first part of IB. I mean the first category where we can think about to work on. Okay, then we come to the advisory part. So advisory, again, they have the two parts. First is the M&A, that is merger and acquisition, and second is the restructuring. So I hope M&A, you know about M&A, how M&A works. Can somebody explain me what is the merger and what is acquisition?
Sir, merger and acquisition, a merger like two companies wants to do business, like Vodafone and Idea. Okay, this is merger.
Okay.
Two company wants to do business with, and acquisition can buy. Vodafone is buy the equity shares of Idea and completely whole, maybe. So this is the acquisition.
Okay.
So basically,
Somebody
when
was
two
explaining.
company,
Yes.
when two company enter into a contract and form a separate entity, uh, that's a merger. And then when a company acquires stakes in another company, that's acquisitions. And if it's
That's
a
correct.
controlling stake, uh, or if it's a minority stakes, that depends on their capital structure.
Correct. So merger and acquisition also comes under IB, right? So we have to check the viabilities कि मेरे को merger करने से benefit है या नहीं है, और मेरे को acquisition करने से benefit है या नहीं, while I can start my own as well. So will I be get benefited कि मैं किसी कंपनी में स्टेक ले रहा हूँ, ठीक है, मैं किसी कंपनी को एक्वायर कर रहा हूँ, दैट कंपनी इज स्टिल रनिंग, और am merging my company or am trying to merge other company in my company, while it we get benefited. So where we do what we do a complete financial analysis of the उसके assets है, चाहे उसकी financial statements हैं, any liabilities they have, everything we have to check. Then we have to make the comparison. If I'll start internally, if I'll invest my own capital, what will I get in next 5 years? And if I'm acquiring any of the company, what will I get next 5 years? Right? So this comes under investment banking part. Investment banker perform these type of duties to tell both of the companies whether it is beneficial for both of them or not, right? Then to restructuring part. Abhi, I have taken a 1000 CR ka loan as a company, right? Now I am not in a position to pay it. Now what I need, if I not pay it, what will happen? I'll go for a bankruptcy, right? My company will be a bankrupt company. So while going for a bankrupt, companies go to investment banker for a restructuring part. How much I can pay, what is my capability to pay. I just want to run the company. So where the investment banker will work for a restructuring part. They will speak to other companies, they will speak to the banks, they will speak to the high net worth individuals, okay, who can give the funds to the company on based of their present conditions. So this comes under advisory part. So two parts we have discussed: capital markets the equity capital market and the debt capital market. Then the second part we have discussed is the advisory part. So merger acquisition and the restructuring part. Now third comes under trading part. So investment bankers has the two options. Either they do trade on their own money and they make money and they keep investing in other places. The second thing, the brokerage part. I buy some of the shares, I keep with me, and I sell it to the investors who are interested in that. And I'll keep my margin over there. So I'll make kind of brokerage over there. So this activity also done by some of the investment bankers, trading and the brokerage part. And the fourth part, what comes under investment banking, that is asset management services. So asset management services, what we provide to the companies or the governments, like we are having pension funds. Okay, we provide services to the pension funds where they can invest the surplus money, right? So we work as a asset manager for the companies like pension fund or gratuity fund is there. These kind of company, we work as a asset management company, and we manage their investments. We invest in equity, we invest in fixed income, we invest in IPOs, we invest in FPOs, and we make money and we give them the returns. So these are the four categories where investment bankers are broadly working. Okay, if you'll go deep by deep in any of the segment, you'll find there are a lot of things where a lot of sectors where you can work individually. Now the question comes, like, as investment banker can perform all of the things? No, they can't perform. Either they'll do only funding part, or they will do M&A. Either they will step into trading, or they will act as an asset manager. It totally depends. A single investment bank can't perform all the duties, right? Unless you are having a big team over here, right? Any questions? Anybody wants to ask? Any doubt?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yes, please. Yes, tell me.
Sir, whenever I am talking to any of the platform, they are providing the these courses, and they also say that we will provide you placement and all those things, and after the completion of the course. So, but all I visited, I have done lots many courses, the investment banking, financial modeling, global accounting. But all the jobs are landing up with the one thing, that is sales. I want to ask why.
That is sales. So I think so that you are
The
getting an,
sales and
I think,
marketing, sales and marketing, sir, sales and marketing.
because in my point of view, I'll tell you my example. So there was one student, okay, last year who came for the training, and I mean the internship in the college. So she came, she was from Symbiosis. She came for the training. We did training for 2 months, 3 months, okay, rigorously, how we are working, how startups work, how we raise the funding, what are the things we look it at. And then she landed up to JP Morgan as an analyst. So I'll tell you how the career path. So what is the IB career path? It should be, okay. What should be the position? So if you are graduate, like finance graduate, BCom, BBA, right? Then if you are going investment banking, you have done any course from a good platform, okay. And then you are applying for a investment banking. The first position, it should be the analyst position. क्योंकि एनालिस्ट का जो पोजीशन है दैट इज एंट्री लेवल जॉब, कि आप कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हो और आइदर यू आर हैविंग 1 or 2 year का एक्सपीरियंस और आपने कोई कोर्स किया है, आइदर यू हैव डन एन शिफ्ट, तो यू विल लैंड इट अप एज अ एनालिस्ट, not a salesperson. I don't know how you land it up as a salesperson, but in my point of view, the career flow should be as analyst, then after experience of analyst, you should go as a path of associate, right? If you check any of the IBs like JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley, you check the profiles of the position, what they are offering, you will find a very frequent positions in analyst and associate profile. Because associate, what will you do if you did the MBA finance, okay, or you are doing a CFA, these kind of courses, if you are doing, then you will land it up as a associate part, where analyst will work under you. So this is the career path, and then it will go so on. So vice president position will be there, or MD's position will be there, lot more will come. So this is the actually IB's career path. So Aditya is saying, okay, no. Sutin Reddy is saying most of this work is also done by a CA, but which part of the work is only reserved for IB? Yes, brother, CA is doing each and everything, but they will work mostly in the accounting part, right? How to maintain the accounting of any of the firm of a company, the CA will work as over there. They will take care of your internal audit. They will take care of your external audit. They will take care of your taxation part as well. While in a case of IB, they will not perform any of the duty which CA is performing. Right? CA only can do a financial thing, but IB has to do another things as well. Suppose अगर मेरे को company का merger acquisition करना है, I have to go for a merger or acquisition. I have to evaluate each and everything apart from financials, right? Financials is not only a one thing. I need to make a due diligence of each and everything. You have a lot of assets, you have a lot of lands, and you have machineries as well, or you are having any investing activities, or you are having any financing activities. So we have to check each and everything, every prospects. So financial is a part where CA will help us to finalize the things in terms of financial. Okay. The next question is, what is the basic salary for MBA fresher? So MBA fresher, it depends on your college part, like how much they are providing. So it should be around, it should start from 6.52, and it can go maybe 30, 35, depends on your profile and the skills and the type of education you have got it. What is the minimum package after investment banking? Yes, same. If you are fresher in investment banking, they will start from 7.5, and they will go till 35 or 40.
एक्चुअल सर मुझे ये जानना था, अगर मींस आपने को इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक में जाना है तो फाइनेंशियल मॉडल is more important or not?
Yes, actually, it is important. Yeah, this is important. Okay, I'll give you the answer to Krishna. Krishna, you are saying, is it compulsory or is it mandatory to do a financial modeling to become an analyst in IB, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is compulsory, because this is the first thing when you are joining as an associate or analyst. The first thing you are working on a financial model. Okay. You are doing a financial thing. You are making the PPTs for the company, right? So मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. अभी किसी भी स्टार्टअप के लिए अगर हमारे को फंड रेज करना है, राइट? So suppose Pratibha is having a startup. Okay. EduBridge. So take EduBridge as a startup now. EduBridge is looking for a funding. What we do, they will approach me as an investment banker that we are looking for 50 CR ka funding to further scale up, right? What we have to do initially, we have to make the PPT of the company. मेरे पास एक presentation तो रहना चाहिए ना कि actual EduBridge करता क्या है, right? Actual EduBridge की working क्या है, EduBridge का management क्या है, how they are making the money, if they will raise further 50 CR, what they are going to do with this money. Right? तो ये जो presentation बनाने का जो काम है, and then they are giving you just one figure 50 CR, और आपको वो broadly describe कर रहा है कि मेरे को marketing करना है, मेरे को staff hire करना है, and I need to spend money on this. Now you have to make projection for the EduBridge. वो काम कौन करेगा? वो associate करेगा या वो analyst काम करेगा कि अगर वो 50 करोड़ आज ये कर रहा है, and they are 100 CR का company currently, after raising 50 CR, they'll become 1 CR का company, right? After becoming 150 CR and after utilizing all the funds, where they are landing up at in span of 5 years. So all these things, to make the PPT, to make the projections, to explain the projection, this works come under associate and analyst part. ये आपको इनिशियली करना ही पड़ेगा. तो फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, इफ यू नो अबाउट फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, इट विल वेरी मच हेल्प यू टू गेट इनटू द IB सेगमेंट.
यस सर, एक्चुअली सर मुझे फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग बहुत अच्छी तरह से आता है, और मैंने उसके बेस पे मैंने एक जॉब भी मैंने ये किया था, मीन्स मैंने चेकआउट किया था वहाँ पे. मैंने इंटरव्यू भी दिया था, बट दे आर सेइंग कि आपको कुछ मंथ्स का एक्सपीरियंस तो भी चाहिए बोले. तो इज इट रिक्वायर्ड और फ्रेशर्स कैन एंटर एज एनालिस्ट आल्सो?
सी, जब ऐसे कोई एक्सपीरियंस एंड ऑल दिस थिंग जब आप उसके लिए जा रहे हो, यू नो अबाउट हाउ फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग वर्क्स. ठीक है, अभी क्या है, एंट्री लेवल जॉब है, हमारे पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, तो व्हाट विल हेल्प यू, एक इंटर्नशिप विल हेल्प यू, राइट. एक अच्छा इंटर्नशिप 2 महीने का, 3 महीने का और 4 महीने का, डिपेंड्स ऑन द कंपनीज. ठीक है, जहां पे आपकी जो स्किल्स हैं, यू आर यूजिंग दैट स्किल्स. आपको फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग आता है, दैट्स गुड, बट इफ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर अ कंपनी विल जज योर स्किल्स. कि आपको फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग आता है, चलो यू डू दिस ड्यूटी, यू मेक पीपीटी, ओके, यू प्रेजेंट द पीपीटी. और आप फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग बना के, इफ एनी ऑफ द कंपनी आर प्रिपेयरिंग फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, हाउ यू प्रेजेंट दैट फाइनेंशियल मॉडल टू द पीपल, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, राइट. तो आपको अगर जॉब से पहले अगर आप 1 या 2 इंटर्नशिप ऐसे करते हो जहां पे आप अपने स्किल्स यूज कर रहे हो, आप अपने स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव कर रहे हो, देन यू कैन गो फॉर एन इंटरव्यू कि हाँ मैंने यहाँ पे इंटर्नशिप किया है, आई हैव लर्न दिस थिंग्स ओवर देयर.
ओके.
एंड सर वो जैसे सर बोल रहे थे कि उन्होंने मैंने उनके उनके पास स्पेसिफिक स्किल्स हैं एज अ फ्रेशर, बट ही इज नॉट गेटिंग अ जॉब. मैंने वो चीज सर मैंने भी फेस किया. 2020 में एमकॉम पास आउट था, उसके बाद मैंने डाटा ट्रेंड से इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग परस्यू किया. उसके बाद सेम चीज मेरे को भी फेस करनी पड़ी अल्टीमेटली. एंड वेरियस कंपनीज में इंटर्नशिप के लिए ट्राई किया, बट अल्टीमेटली आई वाज मैंने I couldn't land it to a situation in which I could get a internship basically. And after that ICIC मैं as a कमर्शियल बैंकर मैंने ज्वाइन किया है. तो वो चीज अल्टीमेटली एज अ फ्रेशर को एक पाथ नहीं दे पा रही है इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग. इस पर आपका क्या कहना है? बेसिकली एज अ फ्रेशर के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में ज्वाइनिंग डिफिकल्ट है as to the experienced one.
Okay. Let me explain you further. Okay, I'm taking it further. You will get your answer in my explanation. Okay. Okay, I think there is some misconception in terms of investment banking. कि अगर if I have done investment banking course from any of the institution or any of the online platform and I'm going to land up as a IB, so मेरा जो काम है मैं सिर्फ फंड रेज करना है, ठीक है, या मर्जर एक्विजिशन में जाना है, तो that is not the questions. So there are lot of profiles which comes under investment banking. ठीक है, investment banker can go to a corporate finance segment as well. That is also a investment banking segment. So investment banking, as I told you, it's a very, very broadly concept. There are a lot of things which comes under IB. IB is just a concept, is just a title. ठीक है, उसके अंदर कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस भी आएगा, उसके अंदर मर्जर एक्विजिशन में जो काम करेगा वो भी आएगा, उसके अंदर द पर्सन हु इज वर्किंग इनटू कैपिटल मार्केट, सपोज द पर्सन इज इक्विटी एनालिस्ट, ठीक है, दैट आल्सो कम्स अंडर आईबी सेगमेंट. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्रोफाइल्स व्हिच कम्स अंडर आईबी. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि एक आईबी कोर्स करने के बाद कि मेरे को सिर्फ वही प्रोफाइल मिलेगा जिसमें मैं जाके फंड रेज कर रहा हूँ, और आई एम स्पीकिंग टू स्टार्टअप्स, और आई एम स्पीकिंग टू कॉर्पोरेट्स. फॉर टू रीच दैट लेवल we need a knowledge, we need a knowledge of industry, we need the skills, we need to improve the skills. तो जब भी एंट्री लेवल से हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, चाहे एनालिस्ट स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, चाहे इक्विटी एनालिस्ट कर रहे हैं, मर्जर एक्विजिशन में, व्हाटएवर वी आर गेटिंग, वी आर गोइंग टुवर्ड्स आईबी ओनली. The target should be IB, and from starting years, I mean 1 to 5 years, when you are working as a commercial banker or you are working in a corporate finance field or capital market, you will get to know in which field I have to make career. मेरे को सिर्फ स्टार्टअप्स के लिए काम करना और मेरे को इक्विटी एनालिस्ट के लिए काम करना, ठीक है, मेरे को रिसर्च एनालिस्ट बनना है. I need to go in a underwriting things. I need to go for a due diligence part. ठीक है, I need to go for an associate profile or an analyst profile. Which profile I have to go? At very initial stage, you can't decide it because every segment looks very very interesting. कि यार ये काम मिल जाएगा तो ये बहुत अच्छा है, ये बहुत easy है. It's very chill. It's not like that. So at initial stage, when you are getting any placements or any company to work on, you should know कि मेरे को काम कहाँ करना है. You have to grow your skills in that terms only. So Divya has posted one question, sir. I am CA finals now and I wish to be into IB. What should be the courses to be done additionally? Nothing, Divya. You are already doing CA. You have the knowledge of financial parts, right? How to evaluate and how to make the statements. That is very much important. So you know how to make cash flows, you know how to make the profit and loss, you know how to make balance sheet, and also you know how to evaluate all these statements, right? So you can work as a IB. Almost all CS enters into IB only. So there is nothing specific courses are required for you to go for an IB segment. Okay, Sakshi has put up that can one move from wealth management operations team to investment banking? Yes, investment banking also needs operations. A lot of things are there which we have to do, right? अभी आप wealth management कर रहे हो, so investment banking has a vertical जिसमें trading and brokerage part रहता है. Investment banking has a vertical which comes under asset management, where we need the operations, where you need to analyze which industry, which company we have to put up our own money to get profit out of that. And that to be a short term, right? तो आपको wealth management में पता है, you know about all the funds, you know about mutual funds. I mean, you know about equity market, right? You know about debt market, you know about fixed income, you know about other funds, the offering by government or post office or banks. Now you have that knowledge that you can just use in investment banking part as well. As I told you, investment banker is bridging the gap between two people, one who wants to invest and one who needs. So one who wants to invest, you can give them a lot of options where they can invest and make a lot of money, right? Apart from mutual fund, share market, there are a lot of things. Real estate also comes under IB segment if you are going in a bulk deal. Okay? Equity also they have bulk deal, debt also they have bulk deal. So there are a lot of things, Okay, can CA articleship be considered as experience for IB? No, I don't think so, Balaji. It will be considered as experience for IB. Although I'll check for you, okay, and I'll let you know definitely on this. Pratik has mentioned AML, KYC, and credit analyst in bank, which has more value and money. See, Pratik, you are mentioning AML and KYC. Okay. So AML, KYC, most of the banks are taking the service of third party. First thing in India. Credit analyst, every bank has the credit analyst. I'll take the example of ICICI. I'll take the example of HDFC. They have credit analyst team, but they will evaluate only the loans part. Right? जो loans part में आ जाएगा और जो IB में आएगा, that is very very different set. क्योंकि आपको क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट आप क्या करो, सपोज कि आप होम लोन टीम में हो, ठीक है, यू आर क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट, तो आप सिर्फ उसी सेगमेंट को ही एनालाइज करो, ओके, राइट, पर्टिकुलर पर्सन पे या कॉर्पोरेट में जिसमें भी आप जा रहे हो. बट जब आप आईबी के लिए आईबी एज ए आईबी काम करते हो, तो आपको जिस कंपनी के लिए काम करना है, राइट, देन यू हैव टू गो फॉर ए इंडस्ट्री. सपोज अभी आई विल टेक द एग्जांपल, मेरे को किसी कंपनी के लिए फंड रेज करना है, दैट कंपनी वर्किंग इनटू केमिकल सेक्टर, करेक्ट. अभी केमिकल्स बहुत तरह के होते हैं, राइट, और अपने को नहीं पता बिकॉज वी आर फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर. तो व्हाट वी डू, वी गो टू अ इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट जो हमारे को केमिकल्स का नॉलेज देगा. वो बताएगा कौन कौन से केमिकल है. देन विल गो टू अ इंडस्ट्रीज. इंडिया में कितनी इंडस्ट्रीज है जो सेम केमिकल प्रोड्यूस कर रही है. देन वी गो टू द अदर कंट्रीज. कॉम्पिटिटर्स कौन कौन से हैं अदर कंट्रीज में हु आर डूइंग सेम थिंग. उसके बाद हमारा एनालिसिस पार्ट रहता है कि अगर हम वहां से इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे व्हाट विल बी आवर कॉस्ट, और अगर हम इन हाउस मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं व्हाट विल आवर कॉस्ट. तो ये सब एनालिसिस आईबी का काम है.
Okay, sir, got it. It's more
ठीक
related
है.
to
क्रेडिट
fundraising.
एनालिस्ट इतना काम नहीं करेगा.
Okay, got
क्रेडिट
it.
एनालिस्ट इतना काम नहीं करेगा.
Like Crisil,
हाँ.
Brickwork, and many other credit rating companies are there, like 7 credit rating companies in India.
राइट.
So if a person working as a credit analyst for large corporates and mid corporates, so is it a part of IB, or like it's not a part of IB? Means it's very limited. Yeah, it's still a limited.
Credit rating doesn't come under IB segment.
Okay, sir, I got it.
Okay, very different segment. वो आपको रेटिंग करके दे रहा है.
Okay.
And they are telling you कि आप कौन सी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो और on what basis you can.
Okay.
Right? As a individual investor और as a company, अभी कंपनीज के पास सरप्लस रहता है, राइट. रिजर्व्स रखा हुआ है, कैश रखा हुआ है. तो क्रेडिट रेटिंग ने बजाज को रेटिंग दिया कि ये ट्रिपल ए कंपनी है. नाउ आई कैन सेफली इन्वेस्ट. यार ये कंपनी ट्रिपल ए रेटिंग है, मतलब एवरीथिंग इज गुड इन दैट कंपनी.
So sir, as per you, as per you, like value and money to a profile is IB only, I guess.
नहीं यार, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. मेरे से पूछोगे तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग पीपल हु आर मेकिंग मोर मनी देन IBs.
No, sales marketing, I am not interested. Basically, that's why I'm not discussing on that part. I'm just asking about the finance part, like credit analyst or a IB, which has more value and money, as per your knowledge.
दोनों का इक्वल सही रहता है. देयर इज नो मच डिफरेंस.
Okay.
बिकॉज दे हैव देयर ओन वैल्यू.
Mm-hmm.
ठीक है. तो आप वहां से उनको सेग्रीगेट नहीं कर सकते.
Okay, okay.
तो एज अ मनी पार्ट आई डोंट सी एनी डिफरेंस. ठीक है. क्योंकि जो बंदा कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस में भी काम कर रहा है, दे आर मेकिंग इक्वल वैल्यू ऑफ मनी.
No, not
That
corporate.
depends on
Sir,
your
corporate
knowledge.
rating, sir. Corporate rating, yeah.
No, corporate finance also comes under IB.
Oh, अच्छा.
Okay. हाँ. तो अगर उसके लिए भी कोई काम करता है, they are also having making the equal money. तो money is not the part. Money depends on your skills.
Okay, sir.
आपका knowledge आपके skills पे depend करता है कि how much money you are making.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'll move to Sakshi's question. Which skills should one have to enter in IB? So Sakshi, as we discussed previously, कि आप IB के कौन से सेगमेंट में जा रहे हो, तो you should have the knowledge of financial statements, basic कि आपको कैसे रीड करना है, how these statements were made, कैसे वो statements बन रही हैं, ठीक है, and what are the meanings of each and every term over there. तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. एंड देन यू शुड हैव द बेसिक स्किल्स कि आपको अगर कोई कंपनी का पीपीटी बनाना है, हाउ टू मेक इट, आपको कंपनी के लिए प्रेजेंट करना है, बिकॉज मोस्टली द कंपनीज आर कमिंग टू इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर टू रेज फंड्स. ठीक है. तो आपको किसी और के बिहाफ पे प्रेजेंट करना है, यू आर डिमांडिंग अ मनी. ठीक है. तो वो स्किल्स आपके पास होने चाहिए, वो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल आपके पास होना चाहिए दैट यू कैन आस्क फ्रॉम समबडी टू इन्वेस्ट 50 lakhs or something, जितना भी है. करेक्ट. तो आप स्किल्स अगर आपको इंप्रूव करना है, तो बेसिक स्किल्स, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस इंप्रूव करो, आपका प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स पे वर्क करो. ठीक है. दैट यू कैन डू इट. ओके, आई विल मूव टू साइली. आई एम एन MBA फाइनेंस स्टूडेंट. व्हाट आर द कोर्सेज दैट आई नीड टू डू फॉर मेकिंग माय करियर इन IB? Saili, there is nothing required if you are doing MBA finance. You know about all the things already. You are learning about financial analysis things. Okay, you are learning about statements as well. Everything you are learning. Just focus on your PPT skills and the basic skills, and you will get entered into that IB segment as an analyst. No problem at all. Okay, Nilesh is asking, NISM research analyst certification useful or not for the job perspective? Yes, it is. I'm also a research analyst certified. It's very useful. So keep it up. Okay, I'll move to Satyam's question. That, sir, I am confused between roles of investment banker and financial analyst. Okay, कोई ज़्यादा difference नहीं है, सत्यम. Okay, there is no much difference. क्योंकि जो financial analyst है वो सारा financial statements को analyze कर रहा है अच्छे से. And if financial analysts will not perform their duty well, so IB can't do anything on a further part. Okay, so both are dependent on each other. In more of the cases, they are dependent. So role different नहीं है, financial analyst भी IB के अंडर ही काम करता है. As I told you, analyst profile also comes under IB segment. ठीक है, तो कोई confusion नहीं है. If you are a financial analyst, you are still working in a IB segment. You just have to find your niche. कि मेरे को particular किस segment में जाके काम करना है. Okay. So we have discussed the career path as well. कि अगर if you are graduate or MBA finance or postgraduate doctorate, then the job should be, I mean, the line should be as analyst, associate, VP, and so on. Okay. And the profile depends on the companies to companies. So which company you are landing up. So if you'll say every bank in India, if I take example of ICICI Bank, they are having a separate vertical called as IB. Okay. So every bank now, they are providing IB services as well. Private wealth, they are coming up with private wealth. Then they are providing services to startups and all these things. So the profile might be different for each and every company. So the same job profile, if you are going to JP Morgan, the profile name would be different. And if you're going for the same profile in HDFC, the profile name would be different. So don't confuse between the profile names and the roles. If you read about the responsibilities, if you read about the duties, you will find it very, very similar. So there will no much difference. Salary expectation, I told you, it should be a start from 6.5 to it can go beyond 30-35 in India. And if you are going to abroad, and it can go up more as well. Okay, Divya is asking, sir, what kind of internship would be great? It's a very difficult question, sir. Any kind of internship which are giving you the knowledge about any of the prospect. Because suppose if I take my example, if you're coming to my company, I can't tell you each and everything. Okay, because majorly I'm working in a startup funding. I can teach you on that prospect कि इसमें हम लोग कैसे काम करते हैं. We can go deep into this. But if you ask me about merger acquisition, I should have to forward to the next person. I can give you the overview, I can give you the brief, I can give you the some details, but deeply down I can't take you, right? So it depends where you want to go, which kind of sector you are looking, which kind of concepts you are looking. Then the type of internship you have to choose. Okay, greetings, sir. I want to know the difference between the job roles of portfolio management and investment banking. Portfolio management mostly works into wealth management part. Okay. As a portfolio manager, my duty is to perform well in portfolio making. So suppose you are having a 1 CR or 2 CR capital with you, and you are looking for a good investment, where to invest, how to invest. So where the portfolio management will work, where the portfolio manager will work is, sir, will divide this much of money into this segment and that segment, and this is how you will make the money. While investment bankers are suggesting companies to where to invest or where to park these funds. So as a portfolio manager, they are generally handling 1 to 10 CR maximum. As a IB, they will start from 10 CR and they will go maybe 1,000 to 10,000 CR, and they will invest that much of amount, and they will handle that much of amount. Okay, so Mish is asking, I have done my bachelor. My goal is to work for bulge bracket IBs. Should go for MBA now, or should I gain experience and do MBA side by side online maybe? If you are getting an opportunity to enter into MBA now, you should do it now. And then you can land up into good job. I mean the MBA placement. Okay, Shrutin is asking, sir, final question. What is the basic things need to focus on a fresher and newcomer to enter into IB? Okay. So Shrutin, think basic things क्या है ना IB में enter करने के लिए. मैं MBA मार्केटिंग से किया है. First thing, I'll let you know about myself. I did my MBA in marketing. I don't like finance when I did my MBA. Okay. After 2 years of my MBA, I finally decided to come into the finance part. What I did कि मेरे को IB में enter करना है, I started focusing on a financial modeling tech. ठीक है. I started gathering the knowledge about how to read the financials, how to read about the companies, how to read about the management of the companies, then how to read about the industry, how to correlate that industry with the country's economies and other countries' economies and the competitors and all these things. Then finally, I can say, ki, okay, now I'm ready to start working into IB segment. And it took me for 2 years to read each and everything about this. And I'm still reading it. So it takes time. It takes time. It's not a matter of 2 or 3 months. It's not a matter of कि मैंने कोई भी कोर्स कर लिया है तो कोर्स करने से अभी मेरे को बहुत अच्छा जॉब मिल जाएगा. And I'll go. No, it's a continuous process that you have to do. ठीक है. अभी IB is a very lucrative stream. Abhi, every student who is doing MBA and all, they wants to enter into IB, but there are very limited slots available, right? So you have to perform, you have to outperform into that segment. कि आपके पास वो extra skills हैं जो बाकी किसी के पास नहीं है to get that job or to get that, do the business and all. Okay. Prateek is asking, equity research for India or US both similar? Yes, both are similar. Just if you want to go for any other country, you should have knowledge about that countries and that companies as well. बाकी सब same है, no problem. Same skills work करते हैं, skills में कुछ भी difference नहीं. Okay, Sakshi is asking, sir, I have experience of 3 years into wealth management. Should I now pursue MBA finance from distance education? Sakshi, it's a personal perspective actually. If you want to do it to add in your resume that you did masters, you can do it.
Hi, sir. Can I ask here?
Yes, please.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, sir, actually, I'm pursuing my PGDM from IMS Ghaziabad, and I have opted finance. In right now, I'm going to enter in my second year. So I want to build my career in. I actually wanted to build my career in portfolio management or investment banking. So that's why I asked you what is the main difference. So now I want to I wish actually to go into the IB sector, right? So what would be the things needed first to enter in this industry? I just wanted
See,
to know.
आप अभी MBA कर ही रहे हो ना already.
हाँ जी सर, हाँ जी सर.
Finance में कर रहे हो.
हाँ जी सर.
तो आपने तो ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट कर ही लिया. अभी अगर आपने MBA फाइनेंस में किया है तो IMS गाजियाबाद आई थिंक से वेरी वेल रेपुटेटेड कॉलेज. तो जो प्लेसमेंट्स हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं IMS के, राइट?
यस सर.
तो ऐसे कोई छोटे मोटे कंपनी आके आपको कोई भी जॉब रोल ऑफर नहीं करेगा.
यस सर, हमारे वहाँ
द
प्लेसमेंट
कंपनी,
स्टार्ट भी होने वाले सर नेक्स्ट मंथ से.
हाँ, तो आई थिंक इफ द बैंक्स आर कमिंग दे विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग यू क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट का प्रोफाइल और समथिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. तो ऑलरेडी आप तो उसी साइड पे ही जा रहे हो. यू स्टार्ट एंटरिंग इनटू नाउ. ठीक है, आप अच्छा सा प्लेसमेंट देके यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग, देन यू विल सी कि जो आप स्किल्स इंप्रूव कर रहे हो या जो स्किल्स आपको जॉब से मिल रहा है वो आपको कहाँ लेके जा रहा है. देन यू कैन एनालाइज. एटलीस्ट 3-4 साल के एक्सपीरियंस हो, देन यू कैन फाइनलाइज कि यार अभी मेरे को प्रॉपर किस फील्ड में काम करना है.
ओके.
बट इनिशियली वी आर नॉट इन द पोजीशन कि हम उसको जज करके एंड विल लैंड अप इन अ परफेक्ट वन.
ओके.
वेरी रेयरली. ठीक है, वो बहुत कम होता है.
ओके.
आई थिंक यू शुड फाइंड आउट योर नीचे फर्स्ट कि मेरे को MBA फाइनेंस करके काम करना क्या है. मेरे को बैंक में जाना है, मेरे को कंपनी में जाना है और कॉर्पोरेट में काम करना है. व्हाट आई हैव टू डू. तो आई थिंक दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप.
यस सर, राइट. तो सर मैं बैंक में एक्चुअली नहीं काम करना चाहता हूँ, मैं कॉर्पोरेट में ही काम करना चाहता हूँ. और मुझे ये लग रहा था कि अगर मैं IB में जाना चाहता हूँ तो पहली जॉब रोल या किधर मुझे जाना चाहिए, एनालिस्ट या कैसा, सर जॉब प्रोफाइल तो बहुत सारी आएंगी, बट मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि मैं उसी राइट डायरेक्शन में जाऊँ ताकि आगे मैं आईबी वगैरह में काम कर पाऊँ, सो इस वजह से।
देखो, मैंने आपको बोला ना कि ऐसा बहुत कम होता है कि आप
अच्छा।
स्टार्टिंग से ही अच्छी जगह पे चले गए। मैंने आपको बोला कि
राइट
मैंने एमबीए मार्केटिंग से किया है,
राइट
उसके 2 साल के बाद मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ कि नहीं, मेरे को आईबी में ही काम करना है, एंड आई एम स्टिल लर्निंग द थिंग्स।
हाँ जी।
इफ यू आर रेडी
राइट
टू गिव दिस मच ऑफ टाइम, टेक इट।
ओके ओके।
क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं है ना, इट्स नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ, मैंने बोला अभी 2-3 मंथ्स का मैटर नहीं है ये।
राइट सर, बिल्कुल।
ठीक है, आईबी में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, एज वी डिस्कस्ड, बहुत सारे सेगमेंट हैं, तो पहले
राइट
हमारे को सेगमेंट वाइज जाना पड़ेगा
राइट सर।
काम करना क्या है, क्योंकि आप कोई भी सेगमेंट उठाओगे वहां पे प्रोफाइल डिफरेंट हो जाएगा। हमने अभी इक्विटी कैपिटल मार्केट के बारे में बात किया, तो अगर इक्विटी कैपिटल मार्केट में काम करोगे तो आपकी प्रोफाइल में भी इक्विटी रिसर्च, इक्विटी एनालिस्ट हो, रिसर्च एनालिस्ट हो,
राइट सर।
राइट।
ओके।
डेट में काम करोगे तो मे बी आप डेट सिंडिकेशन प्रोफाइल में पहुंच जाओगे, ठीक है, या फिक्स्ड इनकम में पहुंच जाओगे, तो दैट प्रोफाइल वुड बी डिफरेंट,
राइट।
लेकिन
ओके।
काम वही है,
हम्म।
बस प्रोफाइल का डिफरेंस है,
राइट।
राइट।
ओके सर।
तो जब आप 1 by 1 पैरामीटर या कैटेगरी में जाओगे, देन यू विल फाइंड इट क्या करना है।
राइट सर।
और
ओके
उसके लिए
सर।
आपको आपका रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा, फर्स्ट यू हैव टू।
ओके।
ओके,
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच। ओके सर, थैंक
ओके,
यू।
okay. Dhananjay has asked the question. I complete my MCOM, so I can enter investment banking. Yes, you can. If you are having the proper skills, definitely you can. Can somebody tell me how fixed deposit works?
Yes sir, may I?
None of them knows fixed deposit.
Yes,
Yes, please.
Yes sir. So fixed deposit works like सर एक अमाउंट होता है जो, सर ये एक फिक्स्ड इंटरेस्ट रेट पे अमाउंट देता है, लाइक 5% और 6%। बैंक में हम पैसे डालते हैं और एनुअल रिटर्न जो होता है 5% देता है फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स।
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
fixed deposit is something in which the risk factor is really low. So generally it comes into the debt sector because it consider low risk asset. And also the interest rate is around 5% to 6% if we go for the bank FD. And if we go for the NBFC FD or corporate FD, interest rate would be around 7 to 8%. At present, Shriram is offering the maximum interest rate in this. And other than this, the old age group mostly prefer the FD.
Okay. Good to know that the students know about these things. Okay. So in starting of the lecture, we have discussed few terms: commercial banking, investment banking, and universal banking. So there is a term fixed deposit, right? So fixed deposit done by the commercial banking. अभी मैं आईसीआईसी के पास जाऊं, एचडीएफसी के पास जाऊं, कोटक के पास जाऊं, they will give me the service of fixed deposit. Bonds and the debentures comes under debt capital market. जब हमने मार्केट का डिस्कस किया था कि different कैटेगरी वी हैव डिस्कस, तो bonds and debentures comes under डेट कैपिटल मार्केट। और डेट कैपिटल मार्केट किसके अंदर आता है? आईबी के अंदर। फिक्स डिपॉजिट किसके अंदर आता है? कमर्शियल बैंकिंग के अंदर, राइट?
Right, sir.
You know how bonds works?
So which thing?
And
Bonds?
how they are different from the equity? Yes, how bonds are different from equity?
The bond basically invest in fixed asset groups. And there are generally two kinds of bond. One is secondary debt bond, and another one are capital gain bonds. In the secondary debt bonds, these are tradable bonds. Like UP Power Corporation bond, it is offering an interest rate of around 9.50, and it is something that they have yield to maturity. So there is one thing that is coupon rate in this, in which the bond is offered, and if the current price is more than the initial price, that is of 100 we generally take. So bond is traded, if it is trading at premium, so interest yield to maturity is generally low, and if it is at par, the interest rate is equal to coupon rate, and if it is traded at discount, the yield to maturity will be little higher than the coupon rate. And second is the capital gain bonds, and this
Right.
bonds, in this bonds they invest against property. So there are the four government bonds, that is, one is Power Corporation, other is Rural Electrification Corporation, and IRFC and NHAI. These are the four organizations offering.
Very good. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So I hope you understand this. Thank you so much, the educators as well. And thank you so much, students, for your time. And if any of one wants any of help, please let me know. No problem. You can connect me with the help of LinkedIn. Any questions or queries you are having, then you can ask me over there. No problem.